Good evening, and thank you for joining today's webinar. My name is Yara. I'm the Customer Success Specialist at McGraw-Hill, and during this webinar, we'll be talking about access surgery and exploring the different features and resources available for you. I'll also tell you about the benefits of creating a free My Access profile, and we'll also examine the support site, Access User Center, where you can find a lot of helpful information about access surgery. So let me start with introducing access surgery. Access surgery is a platform that introduces a whole new dimension to surgical education and clinical practice. Updated regularly, this comprehensive online surgery resource enhances medical knowledge and delivers quick answers to surgical inquiries. It provides medical students with a variety of resources needed to excel in their surgery clerkship. It assists them in gaining instant access to videos, self-assessment, and leading surgical textbooks that will establish an important foundation for learning and allow practitioners to brush up on their medical knowledge when studying for a certification. If you scroll down, you can go to this About section and read more about access surgery and why it is unique with the different features present. You can also check the advisory board that guides this site. It includes professionals in the field of surgery. Now, it's important to highlight that the content is optimized for any mobile device, so you can access the site from your phone or tablet, and it will look just as good as when you access it from your laptop or desktop computer. So it's not going to smash up or only show some of the content. It will look just as good. So going back to the home page, and before we start looking around access surgery, let me discuss your My Access profile. This profile is essential to enable your full access to all the great resources, functions, and tools available on access surgery. To create a My Access profile, you will have to be connected to your institution's subscription. So either you will have to access the site online on-site from the university, and you will see the name of your university up there, or you will have to connect through the library webpage. So you will access surgery from the library databases, and you'll again see the name of the institution in the right top hand corner here. So when you see the name, you know you're correctly authenticated. You click sign in, then sign in or create a free My Access profile. In the pop-up box, you choose Create a free My Access profile. You'll just need to fill in a few information like your first and last name, email address, and then choose a username and password, as well as your profession, and that's it. Now I already have a My Access profile, so I'm going to sign in. That's the first thing that I do whenever I access any of McGraw-Hill medical platforms. Now that I've signed in, I see my name next to my institution's name. And now if I click this arrow, I can go to my dashboard. So you can see my access profile gave me remote access for 90 days. Now I can access from anywhere for 90 days. However, I need to re-authenticate at least once every 90 days by doing the same thing that I did. So re-authenticating through my institution, either on site or through the library webpage. You can start adding content to your favorites. So you can add book chapters, figures, tables, or any pieces of content from the platform. And you can organize this content in folders. You can also check what you recently viewed. So say you were reading a book or watching a video, you can pick up where you left. The review questions, along with the scores and the cases, are all saved under My Access profile. In fact, you cannot access my review questions or my cases without a My Access profile. And then you can claim continuing medical education credits if the content that you're looking at is CME eligible. Finally, under My Settings, you can set up alerts to receive notifications for whenever new content is added or updated on any of the platforms. So say for Access Surgery, you can sign up for notifications on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis for all that is new. Now from this gray bar here, which stays the same no matter where you are, whether you're in a platform or in the My Access profile dashboard or anywhere, you can navigate back to McGraw-Hill Medical. So let's go back to the Access Surgery homepage. Starting at the homepage, you can see the books are available for easy and quick access. You can hover over a book to read the full title, and you can scroll through the books using the arrows. You can also browse books by topic, and this is also available from the Books tab, which we will look at in a minute. Also on the home page, we have a snapshot of the My Access profile, which we just saw. So my recently viewed, my favorites, and my folders. You can see new content on Access Surgery. So this is a newly released textbook. And then the trending chapters on Access Surgery. So these chapters are very popular now among all users of the platform across the world. And then you have some quick links to the Access Surgery channel, Zollinger's video atlas of surgical operations, and a weekly quick test that you can use as self-assessment. Towards the top is the search feature, which is very easy to use. So auto-suggest appears as you type, and you can combine search terms together. Now, when you search, the default is to search the platform you're in. In this case, it's Access Surgery. However, you have the option to run a federated search across all McGraw-Hill medical sites. So this includes other medical sites like Access Medicine, Access Pharmacy, and others. Now the search results, the number of search results appears at the top. And here's another link to run a federated search. The search results appear here. You can add any of them to your favorite by clicking this star icon. So now once I favorite the content, I can add it to one of my folders or create a new folder and start adding things there. You can update your search by adding a new term. You can filter results by format. So if you're just looking at book chapters or cases, images, you can filter by format. And you can narrow your results by textbook or by topic. Now, if I run the federated search, you'll see that the number of search results will definitely increase because we're looking at all McGraw-Hill medical sites. And now you can know for each search result where it appears on which Access platform, and a green icon will appear next to the platform that you have access to. So I work for McGraw-Hill, which is why you'll find that all of the platforms are green for me. Yours will look a bit different. So whenever you have the green light, you can access the full resource on that platform. All right, so that's it for the search. Now, going back to the home page, let's look at these different tabs available on Access Surgery, and starting with the Books tab. Here, there are books available and categorized by topic in the left-hand sidebar here. So you can see general surgery, cardiothoracic, critical care, orthopedic, pediatrics, and others. You can also filter on books that are CME eligible to claim continuing medical education credits. And you can view the books organized in alphabetical order here. Now, under Tools, you can view an exportable list of resources. So this is a list of all the different books available on Access Surgery with their details, including the author, the launch date, the copyright, and the URL, which allows you to share the whole book with your colleagues or your students. And this list can be exported to an Excel sheet, but remember that this list is updated with every new release. Also, under Tools, you can view archived textbooks. Basically, these books were replaced by newer editions. So say the Adult Chest Surgery 3rd edition is released, the 2nd edition goes under archived textbooks in case anyone needs to refer to it. You can also view an exportable list of the archived books. Now let's have a look at one of the books. All the books on Access Surgery, as well as all other Access medical platforms, work the same way and have the same features. So you can see the unique URL with the book ID. This one is the link that you can share again with your friends, your colleagues, or your students. For the textbooks, you'll find some information, including the copyright, the editors, the contributors, to the left, and then to the right, you have features. These are some related content from Access Surgery platform, but they are related to the chapters discussed in that book. So you can see them somewhere else, but they're here because they're related to the content and the chapters in the book. You can search within the textbook, and that's different than the general search feature that we just saw. You can show or hide chapters. And for every chapter, there's also a unique ID that you can share. So rather than taking the user to the whole book, you can lead them to a particular chapter or chapter section. So if I go to this section, the URL will change and it will take the user to that particular section. Now you can navigate between chapters. You can add the whole chapters to your favorite, or you can choose a particular section to add to your favorites. And this chapter taskbar allows you to jump to sections, which, as I said, are also durable URL enabled. You can download the whole chapter as a PDF for offline use. You can share via email or social media. You can generate citation. Again, you can search within the book, and you can add notes using this annotation tool. So this annotation tool is also a free sign up, but it's different than the My Access profile, so you will need to sign up to this one as well. Once you've done that, you can stay logged in. And once you're logged in, you can start taking notes by simply highlighting a portion of the text and clicking Annotate. So once I've written my notes, I can post them to only myself or to public. Now, what's nice about this annotation tool called Hypothesis is the ability to create a private group. So an instructor can create a private group with their class, and he or she can assign a reading and have a reading discussion. Or if you're a group of students doing your research, you can also create a private group and start sharing notes together. Every chapter in every text is divided into tabs. The first tab always includes the full chapter, which may have figures and tables. However, figures and tables are also under their own separate tabs for easy access. So we have figures here and few tables from this chapter. Figures and tables can be downloaded, tables as PDF, and figures as PowerPoint slides that are ready to use for a lecture. You can add them to your favorite under My Access profile, and you can view them in full size with the option to print. Finally, you've definitely seen this text-to-speech tool, which allows you to listen to the content. I'm not sure if my microphone could pick up the sound, but as it read, you've seen how it highlights the word and sentence level. These settings can be updated here under settings. You can change the text highlighting, the word color, the sentence color, the font size, the reading speed, and much more. So this is about the books, and as I said, this applies to every book on every Access platform. Moving to the quick reference. This section provides reference information for quick lookup. And starting with 2-Minute Medicine and Surgery. So 2-Minute Medicine is an expert physician publishing group founded by Harvard Medical School. It provides concise, curated, and authoritative medical reports on breaking medical literature and seminal studies in medicine. You can see that new reports are posted regularly. Now, all the reports found on Access Surgery are related to the surgery topics. So we have 2-Minute Medicine, for surgery, for pediatrics, but the ones here are exclusively for surgery. And you can search for a particular topic in surgery. And to read one of the reports, you simply click on the blue link, which will also have links to the original articles. Under quick reference, we also have the quick answers. This is basically a diagnostic index for over 100 symptoms and signs. It's searchable, and it can also be viewed alphabetically. So for every case or disorder, you can read the essential information, including epidemiology, clinical findings, diagnostic considerations, workup, and treatment and management, which are all presented in a bulleted format to quickly highlight the important information that you will need especially at the point of care. Finally, under quick reference, we have the AppSite quick review. So this is the ultimate preparation tool for the American Board of Surgery and Training examination, AppSite. AppSite Slayer is a rigorous high-yield review that focuses specifically on the American Board of Surgery and Training examination. It is designed to reduce pre-test anxiety and help those who are attempting the quiz to achieve the highest score possible. It's also a powerful study aid that completes the framework for exam preparation. And it's the most efficient last-minute review available for all surgery tests and quizzes. You will find everything you need to ace any surgery exam in one comprehensive resource, AppSite Slayer. This resource has more than 300 multiple choice questions and more than 1,000 quick hit single answer questions. So it's definitely a helpful resource. Drugs. This tab is a searchable drug database that includes thousands of drugs divided by generic, trade names, and drug classes. You can search for a particular drug or browse alphabetically. And every drug monograph has information including clinical pharmacology, indications and usage, contraindications and warnings, adverse reactions and interactions, dosing, administration, and much more. You'll also find an image of the drug, some safety issues, and of course, an international brand name list. Patient education handouts are available, and they are in the English and Spanish languages for the time being, but they can help patients understand how to take their medications, the common side effects, and answer any questions they might have about that particular drug they're taking. Now, multimedia. This is a vast library that includes videos, animations, and podcasts. So let's start with the videos. This is the most complete collection of detailed surgical procedural videos online. It's designed to help users through basic and advanced skills procedures, brief interventions, and applications of decision rules. The videos are organized by different categories. So say, for example, by different categories and different topics. So under airway management, we have a group of videos. Under bariatric surgery, there's a list that you can look at. Gastrointestinal, mastectomy, surgical oncology, and many, many more. Next, under multimedia, we have Zollinger's Video Atlas of Surgical Operations. So this is a different video format, which allows videos to play in place within the text instead of automatically opening in a new window with the video just there. This is a valuable format for complicated surgical operations, and it allows users to refer to the accompanying text or illustrations while viewing every step of the operation. So, for example, if we look at appendectomy, you can see that within the text about the indications of that surgery, the preoperative preparation, anesthesia, and then the steps of the surgery. So you can read the text, look at the illustrations, and watch the video as you understand the full picture of what's going on. Every step-by-step video clip is approximately 30 seconds to 1 minute in length. And then at the end, you can view the entire procedure all at once. Behind the Knife. This is a leading podcast for surgical education with a large following among general surgery students and residents, as well as surgery faculty members. There are tens of episodes covering reviews for the American Board of Surgery and Training Examination website, like these ones. And then there are some other episodes that mock oral board exam questions, like these, to help those who are intending to take any examination or prepare for a certification exam be well prepared. New episodes continue to be added to this podcast resource, and they will cover different topics on surgery. 3D surgical anatomy animations. This is a very new addition to Access Surgery. So it just have one surgical animation so far, that's thyroidectomy. Of course, new surgical animations will be added. But the way this works is you have animation that allow for visualization of the human anatomy part in a 3D format, and then the surgical operation that's occurring. In this case, it's thyroidectomy. So you can zoom in and out, you can turn around, and then you can start the surgical operation. So this is the first step, and then the incision. So you will see this happening. And then for every part of these, you have a menu which allows you to look at the anatomy tree, identify certain organs or parts of organs. You can also make some drawings on these animations or add text. And you can explore more by going inside. So if we move to the next step, so now you can explore that by highlighting that part. You can also fade or hide certain parts to see what's behind, and so on. So wait for new animations under this 3D surgical anatomy animations. Patient safety modules. These online modules will provide you with introduction to the core concepts of patient safety in an interactive and self-paced learning environment. The current courses include topics like hand washing, understanding errors, communication concepts, handoff, and whenever you start any of these modules, so you will need to finish certain parts before moving to the others. I'll just take anything. And now I can access the other parts of this module. So moving to cases. The case studies provide materials for short targeted case-based learning that require users to think critically about the content. They vary slightly. So some cover general surgery, other orthopedic surgery, some are board review case studies, some are in metabolic and bariatric. We have the resident readiness. These are advanced surgery cases, and then you can also filter on those that are CME eligible again. And like books, cases, and multimedia all have unique URLs, which allow you to share a particular case or a particular video. Now, as I said, these vary slightly, but they all share the same concept where you are presented with a case. So if we look at case files in surgery, we will get a patient case with a patient history, systems review, chief complaint. You'll have some short answer questions, the clinical approach where you dive deep into this case and discuss every particular detail, the clinical pearls or tips, and finally the case quiz. So every case has anywhere between 2 and 10 questions depending on the case. And once you've answered these questions, they will be saved under your My Access profile. Of course, you can view the results, your score, your answers, whether they're correct or incorrect, and an explanation of the correct answer. These results can be emailed or printed, and you can always retake the whole case again. And finally, some references for further reading related to that particular topic. Moving to study tools, we have the review questions, which are great for self-assessment. There are thousands of review questions and answers derived from our most important books available on Access Surgery. They are designed to help you assess your knowledge and your strengths and weak points. So for every book, you'll find the number of questions available. And you can choose to create a random quiz from these available questions or a custom quiz that's based on the book chapters and topics. So say I want to test myself on hematology. I have 15 available questions from website Slayer. I just need to now, for the sake of example, and I can start my custom quiz. Again, I will just add anything, choose any answer, and once I complete the quiz, again, I can view my score, whether I answered correctly or incorrectly, and an explanation, and a link that will take me back to where this topic is exactly discussed so that I can read again about it. Clerkship. This is an invaluable resource that brings together all clerkship-specific resources including some text references, case files, and videos on essential concepts and procedures clerks may observe or assist in during their surgery rotation. This corner is a set of content curated by our editorial board. The content is selected to provide the proper foundational education for clerks in their surgery rotation to help them succeed both in their rotation and their shelf exam. So you can see here we have some cases, Q&As, text references, and sometimes you can also find videos. So this content is also available under these different tabs, but they were all curated here for easy access for clerks. Finally, the patient ed. These are customizable handouts providing comprehensive, reliable healthcare information. They're available for adults, medicines, and pediatrics, and in different languages. For every patient education handout, you have the option to print, download as a PDF, email directly to your patient, and you can also customize, so you can add your institution's logo, for example, or you can add notes using the annotation tool, so you can add a personalized message to your patient before printing it. They are written in language that is easy for patients to understand, and they cover the different parts of any disorder, from introducing it, describing what happened, what's the cause, how it was diagnosed and treated, and how they can continue to take care of themselves at home. These handouts are updated on a regular basis, and new disorders and new cases are added as well. So that's it about access surgery. Now, before ending the session, I would like to go back to this gray bar here, which, as I said, stays the same no matter where you are. And under support, you can click training and support, which will take you to the Access User Center. This website provides contact information, usage statistics, mark records, and different information. So from this menu here, under medical products, if you go to access surgery, for example, you'll find a library guide, some marketing material, and more importantly, documents and videos that describe the different resources available on the site. So as you can see here, hypotheses, that's the annotation tool, the CME overview video and how to earn CME credits, the drug monographs, the My Access profile. So very helpful documents and videos, the clerkship corner, the review questions. Also under this menu, you can find some frequently asked questions about the platform. You can view training webinars that we've done. So this is an overview on access surgery that you can watch on your own. You can also look at different library tools like content maps, mark records. And finally, if you go to contact us, you'll see the customer success email address. This account is monitored by the whole team, and we are more than happy to help you if you have any question or any issue. So please feel free to email us if we can help. That's it for me. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. So if you have any questions, please type them in the Q&A. and I'll make sure to answer these. All right, we have a few questions, so let me answer them. How to use advanced search in the medical field. Let me share my screen again. So as I said, this is the search whenever you're looking at something in particular. I was looking at knee replacement arthroplasty. You can go in details as much as you want. So you can update your terms and add even more terms to make it more specific. You can filter by format, and you can narrow the results by textbook or by topic. So this topic is usually a subtopic of your search term that you've entered here. And how to access medical journal. So this platform doesn't give you access to medical journals. It's more the 2-minute medicine and surgery. It's more of an expert group that comments and provides some reports on the medical literature that is being published. So if you go to one of these reports, you can read the summary of it, and then you can access the original article from this link here. But it's not a medical journal by itself, if that makes sense. All right, so I can do assignment from this. So what are you referring to exactly? Is it the cases or the review questions? The review questions are not for assignments. The review questions are study tools and they are meant for self-assessment. The cases can be assigned as graded assignments, yes. So whenever you go to any case, you'll have the unique URL available. So you can copy this and share it with your students, or simply put it in the learning system if you're using this, something like Moodle, for example, and they can directly access it. And once they've answered the questions, they can email it to you. Somebody's asking about receiving a certification for attending this webinar. I'm not sure if that's something the Saudi Digital Library can answer. Thank you for all the positive comments about the webinar. I appreciate it. If there are any other questions, I'm happy to answer them. So if there are no questions left, I would like to thank the Saudi Digital Library for giving me the opportunity to present McGraw-Hill's Access Surgery. And I would like to thank you all for giving the time to attend this webinar. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you incorporate the different resources available on Access Surgery in your courses and in your studies. Thank you, everyone, and have a great evening.